Hola. So I wanted to record this video in case any of you were confused about the project or were absent, because there was no self-paced assignment today other than to get started on your project. So I'm going to go through everything I went through in class in case you're confused or were absent. So if you go to today, the Enter Here page, and click on Today, which is day 6, you have the project introduction and guidelines. We're going to start a project today that will, be due next Friday, so a week from tomorrow. And so if you see next week, it says Quien Soy Yo project. Both of these, the project introduction and the Quien Soy Yo project, take you to the same exact spot. So if you click on that, this is the project homepage. So you're going to take a look at what makes you, you, by looking at your family and making connections about why you are how you are. So we already made a Google Slides template and a rough draft for you to fill out, and then you're also going to do a Canvas recording. So you can use your chosen family. You do not have to use your biological family. I know there's all kinds of things. This is mainly a language activity. You could even do the project with cartoon characters or a TV family and draw conclusions from there. So it's up to you, but I will explain the guidelines, and then if you have any questions after that, you can ask me. Okay, so this is the outline of the project. Okay, so the first slide has this really cool song that has a great video about being yourself, no matter what anybody else thinks. It's called Soy Yo, which means it's me. So yo soy is the beginning of a sentence, like yo soy inteligente. But if you're just saying it's me, you would reverse it, soy yo. Like if somebody calls you and says, is this Blair? You could say, sí, soy yo. So if I would highly recommend watching this video. There's also the lyric video with both the Spanish and the English if you want to know what it says. Okay? It always plays the video, so hold on just a second. There we go. All right, so ¿Quién soy yo? ¿Quién soy, cómo soy, and por qué? So you're going to take a look at what makes you, you, which is what I've already talked about. And we're going to describe ourselves and our family and then make comparisons. Okay? So you're going to have 7 slides total for your scrapbook. You're first going to write a description of yourself, so that's 1. Then you're going to have 3 family members, 2 slides each, so that makes 7. Okay, so slide A is a description, slide B is a comparison. So your first slide is about you, so it's just the description. Second 2 slides are about somebody in your same generation, a sibling or a cousin, somebody that's around your age. The second set of slides, or the third set of slides, sorry, is the second generation, so generation older than you. Mom, dad, aunt, uncle, or somebody around that age. Okay, the third generation and last set of slides are your grandparents. One grandparent or somebody around that age. So each page needs a picture that supports the text. And then your Canvas recording will be you reading the text from one of the people of your choice, not about yourself. Okay, so you have to read both slides for that person. So you can either choose the Generation 1 person and read both the description and comparison slide, or Generation 2 or Generation 3. Everything is due November 6th for both A and B day. Okay, and I'll show you the template and everything you need to know. You have a rough draft also that will be due Wednesday. So today is the project introduction and work day 1. Next Wednesday, this says November 2nd or November 4th. And that's what it says in Canvas, but I'm actually going to change it. So the rough draft is due. It is 10 informal points, and it is due on Wednesday, November 4th. The last work day is November 5th and 6th. By the end of the day on November 6th, your scrapbook and your recording are due. The scrapbook is worth 15 formal points, and the recording is worth 10 formal points. Okay, so it's a lot. But the way I have everything set up, you should not get anything less than an A. Okay? You'd have to try really hard not to get something less than an A. All right, so content information for the description slide. These are the questions you are going to answer for each person. ¿Cómo se llama? What is their name? ¿Cuántos años tiene? How old are they? ¿Cuándo es su cumpleaños? Their birthday. ¿Y cómo es? Physical and personality descriptions, hair, eyes, skin, etc. Okay, if you don't know the answers to some of these questions, you can ask your family members or look it up online for a cartoon character or celebrity. If you can't find out the information, you can make something up. So don't lose points because you didn't put their birthday because you didn't know it. If you can't figure it out, just make up a birthday. Okay. So this is what your rough draft looks like, and I'll show you that in a minute. So person 1, you would fill in the blanks. Okay, I've done all of the stuff for you. Okay, and then an example, you'll have the image and then the sentences. It does not have to be in a table. You would delete all the English. All of this whole project will be in Spanish. Okay, and then the second slide, slide B, is your comparison slide. So on slide B, you're going to compare the family member you're talking about with yourself. So you can use any of these connectors to compare a trait that you and your family members share or to explain a difference you have. And I'll show you the example slides in just a second. También means also. Tampoco means neither. Porque means because. Pero means but or however. Aunque means even though. And y is and. Okay, and I will also show you this site, wordreference.com. This is, if everything I'm asking you to do is in the slide, is in your vocab notes, I'm sorry, we've learned in class. So check your vocab notes. Instead of being lazy and saying, okay, I'm just going to look on Google Translate, I don't feel like looking for my notes, we're not doing that. You need to use your notes. If you need a word that you do not possibly know, or if you want to know how to pronounce even though, you can click on the word and then click escuchar.
Aunque.
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 Right?
Aunque.
So that's kind of how I say it because I learned in Spanish in Spain. But
Aunque.
Aunque. In Mexico, they say it a little different. Any of these, right? So you know how it's pronounced.
Aunque.
All right. And then here's an example. Soy blanca, negra y anaranjada porque mi mamá es blanca, negra y anaranjada. Okay, I'm these colors because my mom is these colors. Or if you're different, you could say soy alto aunque mi padre es bajo. I'm tall even though my dad is short. Okay, so it's just one simple sentence and then a picture that describes it. If you are going to say that you're tall even though your dad is short and you do not have a picture of you standing next to your dad, you can find a picture like this or find a really short person standing next to a really tall person. Like it doesn't have to be the exact pictures of your family. Like, for example, if you're talking about your dad and he loves football, he loves Cam Newton or something, you can put a picture of Cam Newton. Even though you don't know how to say that Spanish, like my dad loves football and he loves Cam Newton, you can use the description of your dad and then put a picture of Cam Newton. And then I'll think, okay, so your dad likes Cam Newton. The Canvas recording, you are just reading 2 of the slides. One of the description and comparison for one person, not yourself. Okay. So the rough draft looks like this, and I will show you where to find that in just a minute. It is due November 4th. Okay, then I even provided you resource slides if you do not have your notes. The only notes you will really need are your description notes for personality and physical description. But if you forgot how to say your name in Spanish, it's here. If you forgot how to say your age, it's here. If you forgot the numbers, they're here. Birthday, how to say your birthday, how to say somebody else's birthday. The months, if you forgot the months. The colors, if your hair is not one of the colors that we learned. And como es, how to describe somebody. This is where you'll need most of those notes for all the descriptions. And those are also on my website, on my Canvas, if you lost them. The due dates, I think, did I already go over this? Rough draft, 10 informal points, due Wednesday. Scrapbook and recording, which are 15 and 10 formal points, are due next Friday at midnight. All right, so if you go scroll down and click on this image, the rough draft is right here. You click on this, it forces you to make a copy of the document. I'll go ahead and make that to show you. You're just going to fill this out. This is about you. This is about the family member 1, the comparison, family member 2, family member 3. Make sure they're in the 3 different generations. Okay? And then if you click next, or you can also click on that second image of the scrapbook, it'll take you to this page. And you click on this link and it makes you make a copy of the scrapbook, which I'm going to go ahead and do to show you. It gives you this document. Okay, this is what you're going to turn in for the 15 formal points. Let me give it a second to load. So you have la foto of yourself, okay, and your description of yourself. You have generation 1. Slide A is the description and the photo that has something to do with the description. Slide 2 is the comparison, photo representing the comparison. Then the next slide for generation 2, the description and the comparison. And then generation 3, the description and the comparison. Okay, I also have the guidelines, sentence starters, the vocab for the comparison slides, and the due dates and the timeline as a reminder. Okay, so this is what you will turn in here. Okay, the last thing, worth 10 formal points, due November 6th, is your speaking presentation. So you are just going to record yourself reading 2 of the slides of one person, their description and their comparison. Okay? Make sense? All right. That's all. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I will post this if you were absent or have any questions. Adios.